This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, cheers, Grace Helbig. Ooh,
Cheers,
you're going to get
Mamie
that
Heart.
ASMR opening.
Oh,
That's a good sound.
yeah, that's very pleasant.
Beans hates it.
Really? She doesn't like it?
I think
Beans not liking something?
it kind of sounds like her least favorite sound, which is the brakes on a public bus. You know, the like kind of...
Oh, or
You
like
know?
that. Tss, tss. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that like how you scold a dog?
Yeah. Oh, I never even put that together. But I feel like cans kind of have that noise as well.
Yeah. Well, I learned when we were watching March Madness, and Elliot and I were into it for a brief moment in time just for the brackets, that we would like stand up and clap like when good things happen. But Goose thinks that that's like her being bad. So she'd constantly just be like, what's going on? What did I do? I'm literally just sitting here doing nothing.
Dog hates sports. Okay, hold on. Consider, since we're talking about dogs,
Yeah.
let me just go ahead and say out of the gate.
Yeah.
Have you seen Wasabi, who won the Westminster Dog Show?
Yeah. The Pekingese or whatever. What is it?
How is that a dog? And I want to know this.
Yeah.
Like, that's so much hair, first of all. That's a wig.
It looked like
It's a wig on a Roomba.
like a gremlin.
Absolutely. But is the body of a Pekingese actually the size of a guinea pig? And it's just a wig.
Yeah. Are we all being duped?
That's
Is
what
it?
I'm screaming.
Well, I saw that, on this delisted article.
The only place Grace Helbig goes for news.
That's where I get my news. None of it's fake. It's all real. Yeah, Wasabi, the current reigning king of Westminster.
Yeah.
Won Best in Show. And delisted got very upset that he thinks, or they think, I don't know who writes this, that Westminster is anti-Chihuahua because they have not put it at Chihuahua in the Best in Show competition.
Wow. Well, you know me. If I'm watching a dog show,
Yeah.
I am there for the toy breeds through and through.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about like the birding breeds
Yeah.
or the ones that look like Judith Light.
See, wait, what?
You know, there's what are they called? Lhasopsis.
Lhasopsis, yeah,
I
the
don't
ones
ca-
that look like mops.
That look like
Mopsopsis.
they're selling like hair straighteners.
Yeah.
I don't
They
care.
look like I just went to Ken Pave's
They're just
salon.
Erica Janes. I don't care about those. Give me the itty bitties.
Yeah, I just had an idea. What if you like had a dog show?
I'm already in.
And it, it's a well-to-do, legitimate dog show, and everyone shows up, all the dog showers and the dogs, and then you go.
What are they called? Presenters?
I don't know. but-
Handlers.
Handlers. But let's say everyone gets there, all registered, about to start. You go, psych. None of the handlers are allowed to show the dogs. All the owners of the dogs have to show the dogs today.
I like that.
Wouldn't that be a fun prank show?
I mean,
It would take a lot of work.
for very
For
little
probably
payoff.
half the owners aren't even at these events,
Or
I'm sure.
the owners are the handlers.
Right. I guess I'm assuming Best in Show kind of thing. Where most of those are owners.
I
that
think
are
your
the
prank show
handlers.
just got canceled.
Yeah, look, this is how I pitch on the podcast first before I pitch to network executives anything.
I love it. I need it.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this photo of Wasabi and I don't see Best in Show. I see like a fun friend that I don't want to like see in the dark at night. Like if I'm going
Like you'd be terrified.
yeah, if I got up to go to the bathroom and this thing was
Yes.
standing in the hallway, I would probably,
100%. If you woke up in the middle of the night, if there was any random dog in
Yeah.
your house, you'd be like, oh, this is fucked. A
Right.
random dog walked in. But if you walked in and saw a Pekingese on the floor,
Yeah.
just again, what you probably thought was a wig from the Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
Bachelorette.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, its eyes lit up and it started scurrying towards you.
it'd be cursed.
You'd
Everything
see
would
no
be cursed.
legs.
Everything would be cursed.
Pekingeses are motherfucking crazy. And I think they're also let me get it right, ancient breed. Ancient. How do you say it?
You put a T in the beginning of it this time.
Because
Ancient.
ancient.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't even know if I say it right.
Ancient.
Yeah, whatever.
It's an ancient breed from China, I believe.
Uh-huh.
You're telling me over thousands of years they didn't get better. But also, here's a fun fact about Pekingese,
Yeah.
which I just remembered, is that they
I can't wait to figure out how this got in your brain and has been in a cabinet till just now.
I think Chip might have told me this. That they used to hang out in like, I don't know, Kings or I don't know history at all, but like the sleeves. and like their owner's sleeves, the royal sleeves.
Yeah.
And they were like the last line of defense, that if they were being attacked, literally the Pekingese would shoot out
There's
of the sleeves of the robe
no way.
of these emperors or
There's-
kings, and they were the last line of defense. I'm
There's
sorry, I've almost lost my voice from Wedding Weekend. We'll get into that later, but
oh yeah, okay.
thank you.
The smallest and most ferocious one were called sleeve Pekingese, or
Yes!
just sleeves, because emperors and courtiers would carry the dogs around in their sleeves. When their owners felt threatened, they'd release the dogs to attack and scare the
Yes!
unfortunate.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I know we have the term "release the hounds," but what would be scarier than
Who
you're
let
like
the dogs out?
Yeah, if you're hanging out with someone, you're like, "My lord, it's so nice to meet you. What a lovely, cool robe you're wearing." Fya! Like a Pekingese
Like
slides out of that
like
thing.
Spider-Man.
Yes, with a Pekingese.
That's, how do you maintain your robes normally, that you just have to keep your arms at like a 90-degree angle?
No, I think you have like a billowing robe, but if you're royalty, you're keeping like your hands crossed in your lap, and the
Okay.
Pekingese are just like basically being used as lazy boy arms, like the arms of a chair.
Right,
So you're
right.
resting them on there, and then if something happens, you whip out your hands and they sick them.
And they know what to do.
I can't believe that was a
Oh.
real fact.
I really just knowing that Chip is the master of confidently making up completely untrue facts.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
This the article is from 2015, neatorama.com.
Well, you go to Delisted, I go to Neatorama.
Yeah. They also remind me of Popples, which I think we've talked about before.
I loved Popples.
Me too. They were great.
I thought they were underrated. I feel like they had a
they were
small
socks.
cartoon
They
or
just
something.
taught children how to fold socks.
Oh my God, you're so correct. We need to bring back Popples, y'all.
I mean, we advanced to Furbies, and I really think we messed up.
When we're talking about dogs, I've had this note on here for a minute
Yeah.
because, there's been terrible articles and revelations of awful people who are like groomers in
Yeah.
a sexual sense. Terrible.
Yeah.
If I was a dog groomer, I think I'd want to change it to like a dog beautician.
Yeah. They have to. They have to really. Do you think they all have to have a meeting to be like, oh gosh, we guys, we have to rebrand because this doesn't look good in our
Yeah.
Facebook ads
Yeah.
anymore.
Exactly. Because now when I fly her, it looks bad. So anyway, I've had a note here that says dog groomer problematic ? For a while. But speaking of pets, the amount of capybara content that's been sent to me in the last week and a half
We
is
really
absurd.
unearthed
Uh-huh.
a joy that I didn't know all of us shared, or a fascination.
Yep.
We even got contacted by someone who works at a
Yes.
zoo.
I think
We haven't
Santa
responded,
Barbara,
but we should.
Santa Barbara
I think so.
something experience, like
Whoever
animal
you are, know
experience.
that we read your DM that invited us to come and possibly play with two of the capybaras
Yes,
that you have.
know that I immediately screen grabbed it, sent it to Grace, and was like, "We have to do this."
Of course.
We need to have like a Santa Barbara wine weekend and capybara.
Yeah. I would love that.
We need to have our own web series. Coffee and capybaras and capybaras and cars getting cocktails.
Capybaras in cars getting cocktails. That's all I want.
God, Quibi, buy it.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, Quibs.
What are you doing, Quib? Someone also sent. I'm gonna look this up real quick. That you can't unsee that if you Google capybara
Yes.
Post Malone, that his mustache looks like two capybaras kissing each
Kissing.
other.
Kissing.
And I implore you all to go give it a Google. It's really
very
sweet.
true. Well, from all the content that was sent to us, I didn't realize how much capybaras are just straight up like kissing a lot.
Yeah.
They're very affectionate towards each other.
Yeah. Is that how they communicate? I mean,
I don't know.
it's very cute, but if they did that for like an extended period of time.
Well, they're so big that I feel like I would need to leave the room. You know what I mean? Like, if I accidentally saw two meerkats fucking, I'd be like, it'll be done in a second.
Yeah.
If two fucking massive ass capybaras started copping a feel, I'd
But
be
the-
like, we
there's not
gotta
much
get out of here.
there's not much they can do other than just like hit their faces together. So it'd be like teenagers kissing for
Yes.
the first time that you're like, this is going to go like this for a while until one of them decides that they're done.
I got it.
We got to get out of here.
So thank you for all of that.
Wonderful stuff.
How is your eyeball?
Oh, it's doing so much better.
It looks so much better.
But I will say,
Yes.
to segue into our weekend, one, going to a wedding as one of the first social events after the end of a pandemic when you're fully vaccinated and everyone there is fully vaccinated is a lot to take on.
Yes. Oh, just so you guys know, we fully had to send
Submit.
pictures of our vaccination cards
Before
to
we were
the
allowed
wedding
to.
planner, to the venue.
And everyone that went, you weren't allowed to go unless you
Unless
did
you're
that. I
vaccinated.
loved that.
I adored it.
So that it was like just a beautiful but intense thing
Mm-hmm.
to have 3 days of socialization and then have 3 days of socialization with your one eye bleeding that you consistently forget about over the course of the first night. We had a welcome party,
Yeah.
they had a welcome party, and we went to
Tacos, margs, bocce.
so
It was
cute,
the best.
so
The best.
whimsical, so sweet. And we got to see a lot of people that we hadn't seen and didn't know were going to be there.
Right.
And I didn't realize till the end of the night or towards the end of the night that I was like, huh. Some people are making eye contact and some people are like looking away in conversation. Some people are looking at my eyebrows a lot. Oh, right. I thought, everyone must be socially awkward. Oh, right. No, my eye has been
No, I legit think people were nervous and whatnot. Because I told you, like, I had that like 10-person get together the weekend before for our friend Steve's birthday.
Yeah.
And that everyone felt a little like they were either barely drinking or drinking a lot.
Yeah.
There was like no in between of like, what are we,
Yeah.
this is good. Because I asked, like, I got to make sure everyone's vaccinated before they're coming.
Of course.
But so I think there is socially awkward. I was wondering if anyone asked specifically, what's
No
up
one-
with your eye?
No one asked. However,
Then success.
the morning after the first night, the day of the wedding, Elliot and I had ordered Postmates for breakfast. And
Which is so funny because we Postmated Denny's literally like the night before.
Yeah.
And then like within 12 hours you
we Postmated again, but it was because we didn't know how quickly we'd eat when we got there.
Yeah.
So we wanted to just have something at least in our system.
1,000%. There's nothing worse than going to a wedding and being like, wait, there's how many various places you're bringing us to have cocktails before we see a morsel of food?
Yeah. And so we went down to grab it and we were all masked up and this like kid pulled up that looked like, classic beachside surfer young kid. And he was like looking at us, giving us the food. He was so like friendly and nice, but he was like looking at Elliot and I. And I got back to the room and I was like, I wonder if that kid was like weirded out that we were wearing masks and he wasn't, because he was like looking at us kind of funny. He was like, yeah, I picked up on that too. Your eye is really bleeding. And so that's what he was looking at, because I didn't have any makeup on or anything. At
So
least
he's going straight to the eye.
He was like looking, and almost in a way that like Elliot said he thought at first that maybe he recognized me or something, and then he immediately remembered like, oh no, her eye looks gnarly right now without fake eyelashes.
So this kid is like,
covering it up.
what do these
He's
fuckers
like,
coming out of
hey.
this seaside motel
Yeah.
getting?
He's like, hey, it was really crowded over there, and so, but here you go. Have a great day. I was like, this kid is nervous. I wonder if he's
first day on the mates or
He's
whatever.
not wearing a mask and maybe he feels insecure that we're wearing masks to get our food. No. My eye looked particularly gnarly that morning.
Oh, well, it looks
sorry,
great
Kim.
now. It looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
Thank
You
you
looked
so
gorgeous at
much.
the wedding.
You too. So
What
did
a
Hannah
fun
and
t-
Ella.
You guys, the thing is, we can't really go into it that hardcore because I don't remember it. No, just kidding. no,
Everything
it
was
a blast.
wonderful.
When I was but a wee young thing, my favorite kinds of games to play were like brain teasers, like how do you get this loop out of this loop, or word search, the type of things that didn't really have a winner and you were just competing against yourself. Well, that is no different as an adult, and that is why I love Best Fiends. You don't play for the sake of winning prizes, mostly. It's about having a good time, doing new things, and keeping your brain sharp, okay? Best Fiends makes you feel like you just landed a front flip just popped a whole thing of bubble wrap. It makes you just feel good. With Best Fiends, you solve tons of fun puzzles with the right amount of challenge and strategy involved. I am absolutely hooked on it. I play it right before I go to sleep, which is kind of fun because then I end up having dreams about cute little weird fiends. That's right, fiends. It's like friends without the R. Plus, there's so many different collectible characters. There's different challenges. They change them up all the time, so you never get bored with it. You've got themes. Literally right now, when I get off from doing this ad read, I'm going to go and see if I can beat this one challenge that turns my fiend into a country western fiend. They'll give him a little hat and give him little shoes and everything. It's so friggin' adorable. Best Fiends has literally thousands of levels. I am about to crack into the 300s. I don't mean to brag. If you want to give it a shot, download the 5-star rated puzzle game Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends.
You guys, recently I purchased an automatic soap dispenser for my kitchen, so I know a thing or two about treating yourself. And who else knows a thing or two about giving some TLC? And that would be Third Love Comfort. That's right, Third Love knows the science behind top to bottom comfort without sacrificing styles. From perfectly fitted bras and underwear to quality sleepwear, putting on your essentials feels like indulging yourself every day. I love their bras and underwear. They are so comfortable. As someone that truly values comfort in the underwear department, they do it, plus they do it stylishly. They're your go-to destination for comfortable and quality everyday essentials. And if you don't feel like getting dressed in the morning, guess what? You don't have to. Meet the Third Love Lounge and Sleepwear. From lazy Sundays on the couch to weekend outings, it's designed with premium cotton fabrics available in drapey, easy fit sized XS to 3X. And if you're interested in getting their bras, they have a fitting room quiz. It factors in size, breast shape, current fit issues, and your personal style to find the perfect bra and underwear for you. There's no more awkward fitting room moments. And if you have any questions, their fit stylists are available for one-on-one chats. You deserve some TLC. Again, that's Third Love Comfort. Go to thirdlove.com/TMGW now to get 20% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/TMGW for 20% off today.
It was a total blast. I do want to give one quick shout out to Catherine Green, Hank Green's wife, because you guys remember on last episode when I was like, we emailed Hank a question about science for one of our scripts and he hasn't written back. Literally, I'm like on my way to the wedding and I get an email from him that shows, or a text from him that shows a screen grab of his inbox that says, see, completely unread. He hadn't read the email. And apparently it's Catherine who listens to This Might Get Weird. Shout out.
I love Catherine.
Had to be like, Hank, read Mamrie's email. She's on that podcast saying you haven't read the email. And he's like, what? Oh my God. And I'm about to see her in a mere hours. I better respond.
Well, we didn't know that they were coming. It was so wonderful. I have in my notes, I have one major conclusion from the wedding is that the Green brothers are the ideal wedding guests.
I agree.
Two of them together cover the entire spectrum of everything you hope a wedding guest does.
Yes.
One will dance, one will hold court and have aggressive and dumb, intellectually stimulating conversations.
Oh, yes.
And they'll both just have the best time ever.
They were fantastic. We had such a good time at the wedding.
Loved it.
It was beautiful. It was like the greatest wedding on top of being like the first wedding they've gone to in forever.
And on top of it being like the first event that you go to. Because not only are you going to a wedding, you're going to 3 days of hanging out with the people that are there.
To see if you can maintain conversation.
Right. Did we blow our load the first night on all of the things that we have to talk about with people that are at all interesting?
There was a wedding guest there that I really wasn't expecting. Beans.
Oh, yeah. I was like, Will Wheaton? I didn't expect him either.
No. Yeah, no, that was a great surprise.
I love him.
You guys, the morning I'm leaving for the wedding, and it was like a 6-hour drive, and I had to pick up Chip at an airport and then drive another few hours. So it was like a long ass day. I had Beans stay at Mary's the night before.
Who, by the way, I got to see Mary's tattoos, you guys.
You did.
They're really cool.
I told you, she got an Amy Winehouse tattoo and an angel tattoo, and now she got a cat nose and whiskers on her finger like me, and now she's going back for another thing. She's addicted.
She's hooked, yeah.
She's addicted.
Yeah.
She said to me, "Are you going to be home Sunday at 2? I want to pop by and see Beans." Sundays are her tattooing days. So I'm like, Mary, I need to know what you're getting, girl.
Yeah.
But anyway, I brought Beans to her house the night before because I knew I was going to have to get up and hit the road super early. And just on the off chance that I overslept or something, I wanted that task done.
Yeah.
Right? And then y'all, I get a friggin' call from Mary at 6:45 in the morning. That's like, to me, that's like getting a call from a hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
An
Like
emergency.
She would never. And she was like, Beans is throwing up. She has diarrhea. She's being really clingy. She's not, she's like very out of it. I don't feel right with you leaving for 3 days with her being bad. And I was like, I literally have to go. It's like one of my best friend's weddings.
Yeah.
I have to go.
That movie, My Best
It
Friend's
is, yes.
Wedding.
I'm not going to break it up because we made a promise 20 years ago that we'd end up together. But still. And she was like, well, then tell Chip to come watch her.
Really good impression.
I was like, no, Mary, I'm going to get Chip at the wedding and then we're going to go together. She was like, tell him to come get Beans. And I was like, no, we're not. He's physically not in this town. So anyway, she was very much trying to be like, tell the man to come do it.
Yeah.
But so I had to go get Beans, and like for the rest of the day until like we got basically to that party.
Yeah.
She was like, you know, when Goose is on, we both hate it when our dogs have to be on pain meds.
Yeah.
Because they're
Trazodone
just
for
so
her.
like pathetic and like looking at you like they don't know who you are and like you are a traitor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. And so Beans had to, you guys, come with me to this wedding when I was not expecting it. She came to the welcome party. The next day, I found a highly reviewed sweet girl dog sitter to come just hang out with her.
Yeah.
Grace, I kid you not. That girl charged me as much as Mary would have for 3 days.
Really? I mean, she knew you were in a pinch. She knew you were in a pinch.
She was in a pinch and she pinched my wallet.
She's proud of her services that she offers.
She was fantastic. It gave me peace of mind, but I was still like, wow, you guys need to get into the dog sitting game in rich ass Carmel by the Sea, California.
Elliot and I were laughing because one, you handled that crisis so quickly and so efficiently that blew my mind. But just the idea of hiring like last minute, if you're a dog walker or watcher, getting this like kind of emergency call, can you please, my dog is throwing up and I need help. And then she opens the hotel door and sees just Beans sitting on a heating pad staring back at her. I'd be like,
I said, here she is. I can't even.
Here's this thing.
I was like, I got into the wrong business. That you can sit beside just a dog who refuses to walk.
No.
That would be the worst part of that job, is having to walk a bunch of dogs. This one refused to walk.
He just wanted to sit and stare and not be bothered.
Happy to report, she's back to 100.
Thank gosh.
I mean, Beans is always operated on 75, but
she's always half mass right there.
Totally. Oh, but speaking of your eyeball getting better, I had an eyeball day.
Ooh.
I went and got a consultation for LASIK surgery.
I know you had said before that you're inspired by Tyler and his LASIK journey. What does a consultation mean?
Well, so it basically means you have to go and see if you're an eligible candidate. Like, because I learned all this stuff, and I won't go into like full medical mode right here.
Yeah.
But basically the whole idea is like they need to fix like the cornea, like the lens of your eye. But if like you have thin corneas, they can't really do it.
Oh, I see. So it doesn't matter about what your eye prescription is or anything.
Girl, they made me take out my contacts to check my eyes.
Yeah.
And I had to do a finger count.
Like how many fingers am I holding up?
They gave me a little sheet. I mean, they took me into a room after, but they wanted a general idea. I went to like 3 different spots. Yeah. But they held the sheet. They said, hold this about 1.5 feet away from your face and read the lowest line you can. I said, I can't see this. I said,
is this a popsicle?
I said, I can see that. She goes, okay. She walks away. She goes, how many fingers am I holding up? I go, 2. She goes, other hand? I go, 3. She goes, I go, 3. She goes, and wiggles a 4th. And I go, 4? I mean, it's from me to you right now. And I couldn't see. I am blind as fuck. But so it was very cool. They're like, there's no cutting anymore. I know. It is truly like, but my mom got LASIK.
It's incredible that they have this, that people have figured out how to do this. It blows my mind.
I mean, I get a category right at bar trivia about science. And I'm like, see, I went to a good college.
Yeah, exactly.
These people are like, no, we figured out a way to be able to shoot tiny air bubbles underneath your lid that will then flip the lid so there's no cutting. It will be healed immediately and you'll have 20/20 vision the next day.
That is absolutely absurd to me.
Wild.
Wow. So
Completely wild.
do they tell you there, is it like a college acceptance, like you've been accepted to get the surgery?
They took all the pictures, everything, and they were like, you're a great candidate. And I would have,
You're like, thank you so much.
I never thought I'd be so proud of this. They go, you have fantastically thick corneas. And I was like, oh, thick with 2 C's?
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Cornea.
They were like, you do have very bad vision, but your corneas are actually thick enough to where this would very, very rarely happen. But if you had to do a touch up, you'd still be able to.
Oh,
you wouldn't
okay.
have to you basically being like, you thick enough.
Yeah.
If you had to do this twice, you could.
Gotcha.
Which, normally I'd be like, how dare you? I know I haven't been working out as much in the last month and a half. But so it was cool. Yeah, they basically sat down and walked through the whole procedure with you.
Wow.
But the older woman who was walking me through it her mom just kept calling her. She's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My mom just keeps calling me. But it was cool. And I think I'm going to do it. The only thing is the recovery process. They don't want you to get any type of water in your eye for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like she was straight up the first week use dry shampoo and just bathe from the neck down.
Okay.
But they don't want you to
You
get
were like, that'll
was
be
like,
really difficult
oh,
for
no.
me. Oh, there goes my nighttime routine.
It's Tuesday. I haven't washed my hair since Saturday, just willingly.
I showered this morning because I had to go see my therapist, and I was like, I haven't showered since the weekend.
I've showered my body. And then Chip is listening to this, rolling his eyes because he always says you're anti-shower and you just need to admit it. I'm like, I'm not. I'm anti-wash my hair. But basically I was like, okay, but you can't get water in there. And then also you have to tape. I saw this through Tyler too. They give you clear, kind of tape on glasses.
Okay.
Just for when you go to sleep so that you
Hell
don't
yeah.
in your sleep scratch your
eye,
eye
yeah.
or something like that.
Ooh.
But it's summer.
Uh-huh. Oh, so
And,
you can't go swimming?
It would be swimming or
How many
river
weeks?
tubing too.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah.
Think of how, I personally would love you to document this whole process.
Oh, they will. Well, I'm trying to get a brand deal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like,
I'm trying
I
to
would
get
love
some
to
free
see,
LASIK.
I'd love to see the 2 weeks of you trying to not get your face wet.
But also, even smaller things.
Do they give you beta blockers to wear?
They say you should only really have to wear dark glasses for 2 days.
Okay.
They were like, just make sure you have a week where you're gonna feel physically fine.
Yeah.
Nothing is gonna hurt. There's gonna be no pain. You're not gonna be sensitive to light. It's
Right.
just to take extra precaution.
Yeah.
And she was like, and seriously, whatever happens, we can fix it.
Oh, okay.
But it's more just to not fuck it up.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm kind of it's summer, and I feel like summer with everything opening back up is one of those times where I'm feeling maybe I'll do a last minute trip to Hawaii. Maybe I'll go
But you
river
can
tubing
hold
and
off
camping.
for 2 weeks to do that, so you can see for the rest of your life.
It's true, but
Here's the
I'm
thing.
nervous.
I don't
I
trust.
want to have sex. And
yeah.
I'm nervous something weird would happen.
Look, here's what I don't trust. I don't trust.
Uh-oh.
Not that you could handle not traveling or not going in a pool. I don't trust that you don't tie one on a beautiful summer day, and then at the end of the night think you have to take your contacts out and dig in your eyes and search for them.
I think I'll seriously need to put a Post-it note on everything, being you don't have in contacts.
Yeah, tape oven mitts to your hands at the end of the night.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Or I'm just kind of well, I want to do it when Chip is here so that he can drive
Help
me
you.
there and help me the first couple days. But then I want him to leave so he doesn't for 2 weeks see me wake up and I look like a fighter pilot.
He'll have the best time ever. This is why Chip, I don't believe any of his facts, is because as soon as when we picked you guys up to go to the rehearsal dinner, he just goes, people get bloodshot or break the blood vessels in their eyes from holding in their farts in their sleep so hard. I was honestly, I would believe that, except I think sleep is the only time I don't do that.
But I could see if you're holding in a fart and it's you're asleep, so your mouth is closed,
right?
But you're instinctively holding in a fart. It's got to escape, and it escapes through your eye.
Through my eye, yeah.
It's not a fact, guys. Don't repeat this. But
It's
I
a
definitely
science.
was believing the shit out of that.
Catherine, we know that you listen. Can you ask Hank Green to fact check that for us?
If you had to fart through your eye.
Well, I'm excited to see how this progresses for you.
Yeah, and they also said that they'll give me the video.
Of them doing it?
Yeah. But listen to this. Listen to this. They give you meds so
Right.
that you're totally chill
Right. No, yeah.
and all that, which that's the thing I'd be most nervous about because I've never taken a painkiller, a Xanax, anything in my life.
An edible, yeah.
Like, I truly hold off to take Advil
Honestly,
for cramps.
You might love it.
I know, but I don't want to love it.
I know.
That's I know I'd love cocaine. I don't do it because I would be the worst person on cocaine of all time. So they say they calm you down, but then like the actual getting ready thing
Yeah.
takes 30 seconds, and then she says like you stay there, like you're not really gonna feel anything. Then you stare. That takes 30 seconds. Then 30 seconds for the lasers to do their things. Then it's pushed back. Then it's the next eye. It's a minute on each eye.
That's insane.
It's insane. Like when
I
my
mean-
mom got LASIK, it was like they went in there with scalpels.
Yeah,
and shit.
that's fucking crazy. It's eventually going to be a kiosk at the mall that you can
Yes.
go and get this done at.
Well, that's why I'm kind of like, as I age, and I want to age gracefully. But if in 20 years from now, it's the same thing with like a facelift or something.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Here we go. Okay, that's the technology advancements.
That's what I'm
into.
hoping. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. But I got excited. I just got to figure out when
Yeah.
I would feel comfortable missing out on everyone starting to have like pool parties.
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
mean, and the amount of pranks that Chip has the potential to pull off in that 2-week window might be absurd.
Well, just based on our Pekingese discussion, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Roomba with a wig on
Yeah, exactly.
soon.
If you're looking to get some support in the healthy lifestyle section of your lifestyle, and you know you can't do it by yourself, have you trying Noom? Instead of trying to cram your life into someone else's idea of healthy, Noom uses a psychology-based approach to find a healthier balance that's moldable to your life and as a result, more sustainable. So one of the cool things about Noom that I love is that they just have this incredible database of recipes. You can sort by ingredients, you can sort by budget, you can sort by amount of green in a recipe if you don't know exactly what vegetables you want to make a recipe out of. So there's tons of variations that you can look for and tons of information that you can get. Noom's cognitive behavioral approach helps you to try to unlearn the bad habits that you might have developed and to better understand your relationship with your healthy lifestyle. They know that one size does not fit all, so you can choose your goals and you can personalize a program for yourself. And 80% of Noomers finish the program. Over 60% have stuck with their goals for at least a year. And there's no need to fear ruining the whole program with one day off. Noom will help you get back on track. All they're offering, or asking for rather, is 10 minutes a day to check in. No grueling early mornings or huge chunks out of your life. So if you're interested in trying this out and potentially building better habits for a healthier lifestyle, sign up for your trial at Noom.com/weird. That's Noom, NOOM.com/weird.
Y'all, since you listen to this podcast, you know I've started working out. And what makes workouts hard besides waking up early? Well, there's extra resistance, there's double speed, there's 1 more mile, there's 5 more pounds. But something that shouldn't make your workout hard are your socks. That's why Bombas performance socks are built to be nothing but comfortable and supportive. Oh my God, like friends for your feet. Bombas performance socks have taken all kinds of amazing innovations that make Bombas, which are already the most comfortable socks you've ever worn, and it adds their special Hex Tech performance technology. Ooh, sounds fancy. Their special moisture wicking yarn and temperature regulating vents that allow cool air to flow in and prevent from overheating. Plus, like I always say, Bombas feel like a hug around the arch of your feet. They've got arch hugging system. They save you from blisters, stay up technology, because the worst thing is when you're in the middle of doing a bunch of burpees. Yeah, that's right, I work out. And your sock slips and then it's in the middle of your foot. No way, not here. They have figured out how to not do that. They come in different styles for every sport with specific design features to help you optimize your performance and keep you comfortable no matter what you're doing. And just like all their socks, for every pair of Bombas performance socks you buy, they donate a pair to someone in need. They have donated over, get this, 45 million pairs so far. That's incredible. I'm loving my Bombas socks. Honestly, I have performance socks and I still just wear them around the house because, again, it feels like they're just friends, just hanging on to my tootsies. They're making me feel all warm and safe. If you want to give them a try, go to bombas.com/TMGW today and get 20% off your first order. That's BOMBAS, bombas.com/TMGW for 20% off. Bombas.com/TMGW.
Well,
Wow.
when we got back from the wedding,
Mm-hmm.
we got back on Sunday night and just like immediately ordered Cheesecake Factory.
Good for
and then
you.
just chilled out. And then I and Elliot got into a new thing that I'm now obsessed with, Formula One.
Okay, I've heard that there is an incredible. Who was it? I think it was John Green talking about that.
It's-
An incredible
There's a
series on Netflix.
documentary series that I have passed by a billion times on Netflix because I'm just like NASCAR, race car driving, not for me,
Right.
not what I'm into.
I like the merch.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And then we were tired and high and had watched every other documentary. So I was like, let's put this on and give it 10 minutes and see if it grabs us.
Yeah.
We watched 4 episodes back
Really?
to back. I'm obsessed with it now. I can't wait to go home tonight and finish watching more episodes. It's so fascinating to me and I want to go to a Formula One event. It is so much more complex and complicated
Right.
than I ever thought it was. Also, they package it, like a reality television show. It's so dramatic. It's basically a bunch of millionaires trying to fuck each other over constantly behind the scenes.
You don't like get into Formula One, when you're a random off the street.
No, I would love to go to a Formula One event now, but I think I would find it very boring to watch as is that I'm now into the packaging of this
You need
reality
close-ups.
show.
You need talking heads.
I need
you
the interviews. I need to know that they literally, when they think that another car has like suspicious or illegal parts, because they only know certain parts that are in all the other cars.
Wow.
They go and they protest, and then the actual like committee has to have a full investigation and deem whether things are legal or illegal, and all the drivers get like traded around like athletes. It's so wild. There's so much to it that I had no idea about, and now it's become my new obsession.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I will wait for Chip to get home since he
Yeah,
loves
you guys
that
would
stuff.
love to watch it together. It's like a very cool, especially because he loves cars, and I'm learning like why driving them is like very difficult, and why all
Yeah.
these guys started driving go-karts when they were like 9 years old, and that's how they get into like the F3, F2, F1, and all these different leagues. It's fascinating. It's also just like I have no actual emotional stakes in any of these people winning or losing because they're all millionaires at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
fuck 'em.
But there's like a Survivor level fuckery that happens behind the scenes of them like trading drivers secretly and like calling out like illegal activity that other teams are doing that penalizes them. It's wild. It's wild.
You guys heard it here first.
Guys, I can't.
Grace wants you to watch this show.
I just got into it and I can't scream about it enough right now.
Well, here's speaking of cheating, what's underneath the hood, etc.
yeah.
This is a new story that just came out today.
What?
You know how the Olympics are about to go down?
Yeah, I think I might have seen this story.
The Olympic runner? You guys, there's an Olympic runner, Shelby Houlihan, who tested positive for steroids, and she's saying it's because of a burrito she ate.
A pork burrito.
That there was some type of intestine that carries a lot of the same thing that are in steroids.
She got a letter back saying the test that she took in December tested positive, and they banned her for 4 years.
For 4 years.
From the event, and for a steroid that they listed that she had never even heard of before. And she started Googling it, being like, what the hell is going on? And then traced it back to her food diary, where I guess 10 hours before, I just looked at the story before I left my house. 10 hours before, she ate a burrito from an authentic Mexican restaurant, and pork is known in the whatever.
Well, she said there was like some type of pork intestine in it. You know what I mean?
But also in my mind, I'm like, that's real bold to have a authentic pork intestine burrito 10 hours before a test. But she is a runner, and I eat crazy shit, so who am I to judge? But
That's true. And see, I read this and I said, oh my gosh, this intestine burrito made her test positive for steroids. Wait for the joke. That's awful.
Oh, that's what the
OFFAO.
yeah. I had to because
That's
I didn't know what
they
that
call
word was.
intestines that you eat.
Well,
Still
she-
got it, bitch. Well, I like feel bad for her because
I know, and she protested it, and then they denied her again. So she's still
Really?
banned. At least that's what I read in the article. Maybe I read it wrong.
look,
but
who knows? There could be, for all we're not fans of this person. We don't know this person. They could be all kinds of evil, conniving things.
who knows?
But the idea that you could just eat a burrito and it derail your entire, not even
everything
just
you've been working for.
your whole, like the amount of work that goes into being an Olympian level athlete, and then that goes away because you went to Qdoba or wherever
She
that
said
was.
authentic Mexican restaurant.
Okay,
I guess
got it.
Qdoba is.
Hey, Qdoba.
Yeah. Like, I haven't been in a while, so I don't know.
Oh, speaking of, here's something I would like to complain about.
Uh-oh.
On the way home from the wedding, which again, it was another like 6-hour drive by myself and beans,
Yeah.
which I always have to remind myself, you can't get in the carpool lane. Just because you're speaking out loud to another breathing thing, you can't get in the carpool lane. But it was like one of those stretches, you know, that like there was nothing.
Yeah. The whole
I
lot
mean,
of them.
nothing. So finally it was like 5 o'clock and I hadn't eaten anything since, I don't know, like very earlier where I had an artichoke.
Yeah.
Because we were in the artichoke capital of the world.
Nice.
But like, that's nothing. That's like 2 pieces of vegetable just with a lot of activity to get it off the leaves.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, thank God. And I got my burrito. Or no, not a burrito. I got my new favorite thing,
From where?
Taco Bell.
Okay.
A black bean Crunchwrap Supreme, no sour cream.
That is, I feel like that's a lyric that Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote.
Yeah, exactly. But so I got it, and I hadn't seen a fast food place in like 45 minutes. I get on the road, bite in. It was beef.
Ah! Oh, no.
And I was like, son of a bitch. And I was
Dang.
like, first of all, like just spitting into a napkin because I haven't eaten meat in fucking, I don't know
I mean,
how many decades.
and that's some
the first
questionable
bite
meat.
I get is
Yeah.
a Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme.
Oh, yikes. Yikes.
So,
So sorry.
boo, Kettleman, exit Taco Bell or wherever I was. So if I test positive for anything weird in the
I mean,
next
did
few
you
weeks,
have to pee in a cup at this LASIK appointment?
I did not, but
That's
I
good.
did anyway.
I looked at this story on my way over, which is
Okay.
fascinating to me.
Prove
so
it.
it's this 27-year-old sex worker that makes kind of sex work advice and sex work videos on TikTok.
Okay, cool.
She was shooting a video demonstrating the sexual fetish of getting stuck in a folding chair, and she got stuck in the folding chair and had to call the fire department to cut her out of the folding chair.
Wait, like a lawn chair?
Like a full-on WrestleMania folding chair.
That's a fetish?
That's a fetish, which, no shame in anyone's kink game. Like, everyone can do whatever they want as long as they're not hurting anyone else and with consent. But this makes me a little on guard that, like, if I'm in public
yeah.
putting on like a shirt and I get stuck in like one of the sleeves of my shirt,
so, like-
is someone nearby going to get turned on by that?
2 things. One, why are you changing shirts in public?
If I put a sweatshirt on, let's
Okay,
say I'm
got
putting
it.
a sweatshirt on, I'm taking a sweatshirt off.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the biggest, more red flag of
Yeah.
like, Grace, why?
But also, it's just getting stuck in things in general is a fetish. It's like getting stuck and getting fucked.
I don't know exactly. I didn't do more research on the fetish
You don't want
itself.
that in your Google?
I don't want it in my Google history right now, but there is a sexual fetish of getting stuck. And I don't know how far that goes in the world,
Wow.
but just the fact that she was demonstrating with a folding chair and then police had to use like a giant, like
Jaws of life.
well, they're like a giant metal cutters or whatever.
Oh, yeah, like big
chain
hedge trimmers.
cutters. Yeah.
Woof.
God bless. TikTok is where it's all at. TikTok's sponsoring VidCon this year instead of YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
It's now a TikTok convention?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, it probably was before. It was,
Oh, but here's another thing I wanted to tell you.
yeah.
This might get weird TikTok that we love so much?
Yeah, where is it?
It
gone?
disappeared.
Well, I know. I went to look for it the other day, being like, I hope they put up something funny because they're
Me
so
too.
creative with everything. And yeah, I think I saw that the other day and meant to bring it up, but totally
because
forgot.
I never open TikTok except when people send me them.
Yeah.
But I only follow you, Scott Hoying, and this mystery person who made This Might Get Weird.
I have to go back through my DMs because they DM'd me on Instagram because they had their own personal account, and so they couldn't have DMs on TikTok.
Got
and
it.
so they made an Instagram to DM me on Instagram.
Well, here's just what I want to say. This is just a public service announcement
Yeah.
that if you were the lovely person who was making such great This Might Get Weird TikToks,
Yeah.
we miss you.
We really miss you, and we're really love the stuff that you were doing.
We really liked the promotion that we didn't have to create.
Well, it's just out of our abilities to make
completely.
the kind of things that you were making.
However, you've been doing more TikToks, and I feel
Here
like
and there.
you now know how. Like, I don't even know how to edit within a TikTok anything. I feel
Yeah.
like you've been killing it.
duet, you can duet.
I was trying to do it.
See, you got that would. I don't know how that would do on TikTok, but that's. I was talking to John Green for a second at the wedding about TikTok, and he was like, "I'm really bad at TikTok," and then I put up a TikTok, and then all the kids on TikTok tell me you're really bad at TikTok.
Perfect.
It's like,
That's always
that's pretty on
strive for.
brand.
I'm gonna have to go soon.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I wanted to say this
Hmm.
is we haven't had a check-in lately from the Ivory Coast,
We have not.
except last week.
Okay.
Now, for those listening, a quick reminder: I've been getting the KFC, their version of Uber Eats called
Yep.
Glovo.
Mhm.
I've been getting the receipts for someone in the Ivory Coast of Africa
Yeah.
for about a year. And it's
Wow,
always
yeah.
2 chicken twisters, a small fry, and a Sprite. They obey their thirst.
Yeah.
And it's been like this for a year. And then like it went away for a minute. And I was like, what's going on? And then last week I got a receipt for Miriam from a crepe place, from a French crepe place.
Wow.
And I wonder, like, maybe what's their I feel like
Are they
ordering
on a
from
date?
a French place feels very romantic.
Feels like a date situation.
I mean, I rarely eat crepes. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last time I really indulged with a nice crepe.
Well, because so many people will be like, I'd love a crepe. And I'm like, you just want a fuckload of Nutella.
Yeah, it's just
It's like rice paper.
I love a crepe, but it's like jiggly tortilla, but sweet with
Yeah.
some stuff in it.
Crepes confuse me. And the way they're made with like the
Very
rake.
beautiful.
With like the big rake thing. It's like a big
Yeah.
Zen garden thing. It just makes me nervous.
Oh, see, I find it very beautiful, but also, yeah, it's very delicate. It
It's
seems
very
like.
delicate.
It's not like Taco Bell where they're just shoving meat in your beef and going, here you go.
Jesus Christ. But still, it's artistry in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But Miriam was ordering from a French place. And so
Wow.
I'm wondering
Hmm.
if Miriam's days of eating KFC alone every day are gone.
That
And you
phase
know
is
what?
over.
I kind of miss her.
You know what?
What?
You know,
I gotta
don't-
reach out. I gotta reach out.
Maybe that was a phase. Maybe she was really depressed and
Yeah.
she's getting out of it now. You know, she's going to get back out in the world of the Ivory Coast. And
I gotta send her a card.
yeah.
I have her address. Like I see where this is delivered.
Oh, this is wild.
Maybe I should order her food to her address
That would be so scary.
and ask them to send a note.
It's like, I've been receiving your receipts for 1 year. I haven't told you because I talk about it on my podcast.
You're very well known on Two Idiots podcast in America.
And then, like, you get FBI rated for some reason.
If it happens, it happens. But so I'm happy for her. It seems like crepes is a more festive, celebratory
Yeah.
indulgence.
Yeah, that seems like someone's, trying something new.
So good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them. No masks in California.
Wow, I know. I'm not used to it. I still like wearing mine.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, but it's also hot as balls out here now.
Oh my God, let me tell you one more thing.
yeah.
I said this on my Instagram story.
Yeah.
I got hit on today.
What?
She's shocked.
Sorry, what? I haven't heard about anyone flirting with anyone.
No, because of the mask. So I walked Beans without a mask today because I was like,
You can.
it's officially a no mask. I still like put it on to go get coffee and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm walking her with no mask thinking like, I'll just keep my distance if
Yeah.
I pass someone, you know, it's not like busy. And this person is walking up towards me with a full smile and goes, hey, it's good to see you.
What?
And I'm like, oh no, this person, a year of wearing masks has fucked with his facial recognition. And I just go like, hi, how are you? He goes, oh, hey, yeah, it's nice to see you. How are you doing? Starts walking with me.
Wait, but first said it's good to
It's
see.
good to see you.
Okay.
He's like, hey, it's nice to see you.
Which I guess doesn't technically mean that you've met before.
It's not nice to see someone you don't know. It's interesting, but nice. Anyway, over the course of the next 20 seconds, Isaiah tells me, working in the area, what is there fun to do? How are you? What's the dog's name? Well, I'd like to keep in touch with you. Like, basically, he said, I just walked over here to say hi to you.
Wow.
Which, A, flattered, but B, the tactic of coming in acting like we already know each other is sketch.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work. So I just went, while I appreciate it, I'm not interested. And I said, but thanks for shooting your shot. He goes, you got to, right? I go, yeah, good for you. He goes, I had to try. I go, have a good one.
Wow.
And I was like, I forgot. Not that I get hit on all the time, but like, I feel like random stranger being like, that person's cute. I'm going to go talk to them and see if I can get their number. Had to have been vastly decreased
Yeah.
because of masks.
Yeah.
And now it's like, remember in New York City when guys used to be like, oh, it's been cold all winter. And now girls are starting to wear skirts and like tank tops. And it would be like, ooh, like people are starting to show skin again after a long
Yeah.
winter. I feel like it might be like that with masks where people are like, oh my God, yeah, fuck yeah, faces.
Yeah. Oh my God. I forgot how cool mouths look.
Yes.
Also, that kind of behavior reminds me, Elliot and I watched this documentary called The Villages, which is about like in Florida.
Yeah.
It's like the coolest retirement facility ever. And it's basically just a bunch of horny, older, retired
there's
people.
so much herpes.
Like drinking and fucking each other. But
Totes.
the doc follows this one guy that like lives out of his car and he's like a good looking man. And so he tries to hook up with all the women so he can live at their place. And he walks over just like that. He's like, hey, how you doing?
How are you,
like Joey
Babs?
from Friends.
I know
Yeah.
who you are.
It's insane.
So anyway, shout out to Isaiah for shooting his shot.
Great. I mean, yeah, that's the thing is like everyone's going to be on guard in various ways or all guards down.
I think it might be a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And I have my guard up.
There you go. Me too. I've never had mine down.
That's true. Anyway, I had to tell you that. And you know what? It did get weird.
Yep.